I am back with another video. I'm about to get into it today. Let's just get into it. I mean, I'm going to be speaking, but I'm going to be, you know what I mean? You got to follow what I'm saying. I think everyone has been just absolutely bamboozled. Shout out Stephen A. Because I'm going to break it down like this. A lot of these concepts, a lot of this society, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to start with women. We're going to start this whole conversation with women. And we're just going to show how that breaks it all down into all the minorities, and we're just going to get back into it. At one point, well, we know animals in the animal kingdom are matriarchal. There's plenty of animals that are still matriarchal. But as men, we do everything to oppose nature. We're like, yo, I hate nature. It's always man versus nature. It's never coexist with nature. It's never coexist with nature. And why is that? There's some deeper stuff going on. And I've always been talking about in my videos, there's a third view we haven't been seeing. There's a third view that we aren't seeing. And honestly, I think it stems with women. And I don't know how deep, but I'll tell you this. It is so deep that everything in this world is against women. But I don't know when I'm saying, okay, yeah, it's deep. But I'm saying it's so deep that at what lengths would they not go? Now, let's just break it down. The reason why I'm going to say how women affects everything. Now, remember, the black man who was viewed as a savage was able to vote before women could. Now, you got to really think about that. A savage was able to vote before women. So what does that make the woman? If a savage could vote before a woman, what does that mean they think of the woman? Like I said, we never want to coexist. You know, I was actually just reading everything in the underworld, all mythology of the underworld, all the mythology of the snakes. Snakes are in every single culture. Every single culture there's a snake. Every single one. And we always think it's evil. We always think snakes are evil. Guess what I was reading? And wait, hold on. And they always say the underworld is evil. It's fiery. It's hellfire. Guess what I was just reading? Very different take on what the snake in the underworld actually represents. The underworld is actually not the underworld at all. The underworld is actually the representation of Earth. The Earth is the underworld. Above, the celestial is like, you know, whatever you would call just the regular world, right? That's the world. The underworld is Earth. And get this. Earth is represented as, we know, Gaia, feminine. The underworld, feminine. Guess what the snake's supposed to represent? Enwrapping the whole... That's Ash dying in the background. Sorry. Literally represents... Ash, alright, we get it. Faking. Like, the underworld, snake represents femininity. I can never say that word. Femininity. What's that movie? What's that kid where he says femininity? Whatever. You guys know. You're going to know what it is, and you're going to kill me. But anyway, snake, underworld, represents feminine. But we've been told it's fiery, you know, underworld. Snakes are evil. Weird how we say women, that's basically saying women are evil. Every single thing goes back to women. We have so many Bibles, different versions of Bibles. Ain't no passage from a woman. We don't got no take from the women. Not one. And people go, there's women in the Bible. Yeah, there's women in the Bible. Of course there's women in the Bible. I'm talking about, can I hear what they had to say? What'd they say? They ain't saying nothing. They weren't allowed. They weren't allowed to speak. So you're telling me only men had something to say? let's just call a spade a spade. There's a lot of stuff going on, and it's not. This patriarchy runs deep. I'm saying if it's infused in lore, mythology, history, everything is enrooted with hating women. Everything they've ever done is to push women down further. If they look at black, and this is where I'm trying to say, this is where they look at minorities bad. What do you think they look at women as? Beasts. They're in tune. They're like jealous, envious of these creatures. They're like, holy shit, they can bleed every month and not die. They can give birth to something. You know the whole reason of what's the painting or what's the creature, or not the creature, but the this is when the patriarchy switched. I'm about to give y'all stuff. I'm giving y'all knowledge that y'all probably aren't even really privy to, for real. Mennonites, or whatever his name is, Memphis, one of those people. They're all the same. But either way, was it Aries? You know the painting where the guy is giving birth out of his skull? His head, he's giving birth out of his head. That was the start of, in a sense, of screw the women. No, men are giving birth. Men wanted to give birth. That painting, you've seen it. You Google it, giving birth through skull, something like that. That's what it is. I'm going to have to Google it while I'm talking because, I want to make a point. But also, those societies worship the phallus. That was a very... Ancient Egyptians worship the phallus. Many societies worship the phallus. The penis! Not the vagina. Come on, let's just call a square a square. There's some stuff going on. I can't say I gotta speak in tongue because they're gonna flag this video. You're probably not gonna see this video anyway because I'm boosting up women. But I'm just saying it seems like there's some bigger stuff going on. And what I mean by bigger is that if they are infusing, you got to think deeper here. If they are infusing even astrology with hating women, what's going on? Let's look. I can't find it. Sorry. But you'll find it. There's a painting. It's one of those old dudes. Was a Zeus, one of them guys. But either way, think about deeper. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because the main issue is whoever's in charge. This is why, let's just be real here. You always go back to, there's pipelines for everything. Hey, you want to become a black... Look at Malcolm X. I talk about it all the time. Malcolm X. He was, gun-toting black male. They didn't want to kill him, right? But the minute he went to Mecca and came back and seen all white, Asian, Indian, blacks all celebrating and being Muslim together, and he came back and said, hey, maybe I had it all wrong. Maybe we should all work together. They killed him. MLK said, maybe we should work together. I don't know. Dead. Jesus said, hey, we should all work together. Dead. Let's think here. Is it really the race thing? Or is it the woman thing? You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have an issue with your race. That's the thing that's the crazy part. Is that they are allowing you to be... They have pipelines for everything. You want to become the right-wing MAGA racist dude? Go ahead. You want to become the hating all white people... minority Asian people hating blacks and whites and everybody, you want to hate your own, you're allowed to do that. You're freely allowed to do that. Actually, they will support you in doing that. If I were to get on this channel and start saying how much I hate black people, I would be popping. But I'm not going to do that. That's the dumbest shit ever. They would allow that. That's what they want. They want you to be like, hey, hate your own, hate us all. That's allowed. Hate is allowed. We will further that message. But the minute you want to spread some positivity and say all races are together, but don't you find it weird, though, that you're allowed to hate your race? But if we all work together, a.k.a. women included, we got an issue there. That's why I said if it's linked to astrology, That's why I think that's another thing. That's why I always say, man, you gotta really question what you're digesting, because there's pipelines for everything. Any wing you want to go down, political wing you want to be leaning towards, you will have an avenue to go down it. You want to be right wing, you want to be left wing, you want to be libertarian, whatever other bullshit box you want to go. There's a reason why signs are boxes. You're boxing yourself in. You box yourself in. You're easily targetable. It's at a point now where you can meet a person and tell you exactly what type of pipeline they went down. Oh, you watch this, and then that led you to this, and that led you here. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. People's brains are so programmed to not really look for what. Excuse me. You're not really. That's why I get so mad at these YouTube channels. They get on their high horse. I've always said in my videos, don't believe the message I'm pushing. I might have an agenda. I don't subconsciously. You don't know. How am I subconsciously supposed to know the message I'm pushing? But I'm getting on top of these YouTube channels, people in my life, because they don't really want knowledge. They want just enough truth for their objective truth to validate who their existence is, their belief systems. No, the truth is simple. It's probably a page long. It's probably a page long, honestly. The creator, which is what we said all the time, me and my friends, the creator is probably a woman. And whoever's in charge is like, fuck the creator. We need to fight her. And we're going to punish all women beings in this realm while we can. And they're trying to fight a way to fight her or whatever. I'm telling you, it's something. It has to be. I mean, I just be honest here. The Earth, Gaia, woman. Everything woman gives life. And like, simple, basic, quick math. If woman gives life to everything, wouldn't the creator have to be a woman too? Let's just be honest here. It's not that hard. But they hate her. And I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, you know, all these pipelines that we go down, people just don't really want the truth. They just want knowledge to just act like they're smarter than somebody. You're not smarter than nobody. Trust and believe, because you ain't smarter than nobody. Trust me. When I talk to people and I'm confident in what I'm saying, I'm not confident at the same time, because you know why? I know that I know nothing. The message I'm preaching isn't really probably even reaching you, because you already have a set, determined mind state when you go into a conversation. People have a set, they're looking for something in a conversation to go, oh, boom. That's what I wanted to hear. Boom, 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 boom. And then I know I'm smarter than you, or you're not on my level. People aren't trying to learn. People really aren't even trying to learn. That's the issue. They want to know enough to know more, or for their truth. I don't know. It's just interesting. That's why I say, man, you got to watch out for all these conspiracies. At this point, these conspiracies are not real. They're not real. I don't know what we're living in. I don't know what we're living in. I wish I could give an answer, because it's not a simulated reality, but it's made to look simulated. We don't even really know the time. We don't know the dates. We don't know anything. We don't know anything, and we act like we do. We say everything with such hardcore fact. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, you hear conspiracy theories, they'll be like, oh, well, this happened on the 33 days from this and 66 years from this. And it's just like numbers on top of numbers. And you're like, how did they plan this all out? Did they? At what point is it not possible anymore? You're telling me 60, because think about it. Like, if I'm going to plan something 40 years in advance, right? I would need people to help me for 40 years to enact this plan. You're telling me everybody always is quiet. You never hear any leaks. No one's ever been leaking anything ever. Come on, at what system is this perfect? It's just not. There's no system this perfect. We gotta kick it back. Use your eyes, ears, nose, your senses, your brain. You're not allowed to use your brain, because you would see something's wrong if you use real analysis, real deep critical thinking, that this isn't right, something is wrong. You're being told, like, it's not even about being told lies. It's not about that. Who cares about that? It's what are we getting gatekept from? Because we know it's all fake, right? We know all this reality that we're shown is it's in front of a green screen. Like right now, you could even be like, yo, he's in front of a green screen, right? Because our CGI, our technology is so good, right? Nothing you've ever seen on TV is probably real. Let's keep it a buck. They keep showing you technology that comes out that's new CGI. That it's wait. They keep showing you. Hold on. To talk about that, they keep showing you new CGI technology that keeps coming out, but it's been used for a couple years. It's already been created. It's maximized. It's been finished. Just recently, though, we're just hearing about it, but they've been using it. No, that means it's been used. It's hand-me-down tech that the films are just now getting able to use. But media people have been using it forever, probably. Who knows? I mean, people act like tech is just these people have nothing else to do but work on tech, and I think they're pumping out new devices every couple of years. The technology we probably have is incredible. I don't know, like look at we're already moving into, I don't know what plan they have for us. That's why I said, like, look at what's really happening. Like, people want to talk about conspiracies and all types of stuff, but look outside what's really happening. Like, just saw an ad yesterday that Domino's is doing like self-delivery, like robot driving. Okay, so if the goal is eventually to replace all people, I was at the one store and it's all self-checkout lines. At what point is food just glop? No workers in stores anymore. Then what is that for humanity? What is that really? What are? But then at the same time, you can look at the positive. It's like, oh, maybe they really are trying to push a perfect utopian society. But why are they using so much resistance? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's so much going on, and we're not thinking. I don't want to make this video too long. Coming in with the energy. Come on, you didn't think I was gonna come in with the energy after not recording for who knows how long? It's just sad to think that people don't want to. People discredit because people need something outside of themselves so bad to validate what their beliefs are, when you should just believe whatever you want to believe, and that's fine. Go down your rabbit hole as long as it doesn't create paranoia and whatever, and just go down the rabbit hole. I don't give a fuck. But just come out of it with some knowledge that you think is useful to the puzzle, because at this point, it's a losing battle. Because it's a good point to bring up the senses again, and I'll end it on this. I was reading Plato's Republic, and he was mentioning how you need sunlight. Like, do your eyes work alone, right? And they were like, yeah, my eyes function. What are you talking about? And he's like, no, they don't, because if you don't have sunlight, you can't see. And they were like, oh shit, like, you dropped a bar. But this is the thing that's deeper, though, which is what I'm relating back to the whole conspiracies, the women, or I'm trying to tell you how, like, all the low-level conspiracies, the minorities, all this low-level stuff, and then it builds up into the women, and there's probably another picture I'm missing. But this is what I'm trying to relate it with this last little bar. So, yes, sunlight. You need sunlight to see, right? But what does that really mean? If there was no sunlight, think about this. If there was no sunlight, you wouldn't be able to make out figures, shapes. You wouldn't be able to make out color. Your eyes would have never adapted to see what red, green, blue, all these colors are, to then make your eye. See what I'm trying to say here? I'm saying that we're seeing such a small portion. We're forgetting and we're taking for granted a very small puzzle in this picture, or this picture in this grand puzzle of things. And we're honing in on such little things that we're forgetting to look at the macro here. What does it all really entail? This is basically just a, welcome back video. The reason why I'm doing this is just because, like I said, with the pandemic, Corona, all these types of things, people really exposed themselves to really show that they only cared about politics. They were never really into the truth game. They just wanted to have a cop-out. Oh, wait, politics didn't save us? It didn't save my life? No, and it never will, you punk-ass bitch. Punk-ass is talking about, oh, I'm in this, I'm thinking deep, and I've seen so many YouTubers, I'm thinking deep, but get this, the minute the politics didn't benefit them anymore, they copped out. They're like, oh, damn, nobody is really about this? No, and it never will benefit you, man. Last thing I'll say, how many of these videos are pre-recorded? You see it all the time. You know, that narration has gone on for a long time. You know, Trump and Joe Biden and the president before Obama, it's like, oh, they're clipping, you know what I mean? Now I'm going to show a little too conspiracy, but basically pre-recorded videos. Who knows how long they've been pre-recorded? Maybe it's hey, I'll take the safe route. Maybe they're pre-recorded because they can't be in two places at once. How about we'll do that? We'll settle with that. We won't go down the nefarious real reasons of why it's probably pre-recorded. All right, guys, I hope I make another video. I hope you watch this video. I hope you're not being dumb. I hope I'm not being dumb. All you men-hating women out there, man, need to stop. Because you're looking bad in the light. You falling in to what they want you to do. Think about this. Women have to follow the system harder than a man does. They created the system to rule women, and the effects of it were, you know, minorities getting pushed to the side, right? But the real effect was to punish women. And you're falling in line with that too. Minorities are falling in line with that too. They're still negating or neglecting their women. Man, all y'all some punks. I don't know what to tell you. Women, y'all not some punks, but y'all also, but women, you off the hook if you not also standing up to the patriarchy. I don't know what to say. We all got to fight this thing together, because we're all losing, you know, under this system. All right, guys. Hopefully that was a good video. Yeah, everything is just light at the end of the day, you know.